Hey guys, this is the coach Chris Ortiz at Coaches Conversations, and today we're going to talk about something I like to call Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. For those of y'all that have been living under a rock for the last 20 years, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a former WWE superstar, and he took that fame that he got from the wrestling world, and then he applied it to Hollywood. Got his foot in the door, made the Scorpion King, went on to make a bunch of other movies, and now he is one of the highest earning actors in all of Hollywood. Now, the reason we're going to talk about him is because he has a very unique story, but it's also kind of common in the coaching world. Dwayne is the son of a wrestler, okay, and there's a lot of movement going on in his life. And wrestlers back then didn't make a lot of money. Well, when he was 14, him and his family were living out in Hawaii. And one of the things that Dwayne did that was not so good was that he was part of a theft ring. So he was making money doing some things that were not so good. As the story goes, he was, arrested on a couple of occasions and had a hard upbringing. There's stories of his mother's car being repossessed, them being evicted from their house on a couple of occasions and whatnot, which is a very common theme in the coaching world. We see kids that have these same exact scenarios. So we fast forward, he's 16, and he's bounced around the continental United States, and he ends up in Pennsylvania. And there's this real cool story where he's in the teacher's lounge using the restroom and washing his hands, and his coach, Coach Wick, walks in, which he wasn't even his coach at the time. He was just a guy. He walks in and he's like, "Hey, man, you got to get out of here. This is for the teachers." And Dwayne looks at him all crazy, and he's like, "When I'm done, I'll get out of here. I'm going to continue washing my hands." So Coach Wick, continues to give him that evil eye. There's some staring down going on. And eventually, he leaves. And as he leaves, he bumps his shoulder in an act of intimidation and, goes about his business. Well, the next day, he feels awfully bad. Okay, so he comes back to school. He seeks out Coach Wick, and Coach Wick shakes his hand. They have a little conversation, but it ends with this. It's, "Hey, I would love to have you come out for my football team." Now, the cool thing was that Coach Wick was a catalyst for change. He was a catalyst that helped The Rock change his mindset. The Rock did eventually go out and play football. With his enormous size, speed, and athletic ability, he started attracting the attention of every college in America. Ended up going to Miami, I believe. Now, from there, he goes into the wrestling world, and then from the wrestling world, he goes on to Hollywood. Now, the reason I tell this story is because there's a lot of Dwayne Johnsons out there, and as coaches, we have to be willing to overlook some things and then give some second chances. I know that I'm, by no stretch of the imagination, perfect, and if all of my flaws were put out there, some people would think probably a little differently about me. But Coach was able to give him a second chance, and with that second chance, he has taken it, and he has turned into a world beater. So there's a lot of Dwayne Johnsons out there, and we need to be in the business of giving second chances, and we need to be in the chance of being we need to be able to be a catalyst for change, I guess is what I'm saying. Now, I'd love to have this conversation with y'all. Chime in, leave comments, let me know what you think. Dwayne, I'd actually like to know what you think. Wait a minute. It doesn't matter what you think, Dwayne. Hey, I've been waiting to do that my whole life, brother. Take care. Have a blessed day. This is Coaches Conversations. Bye-bye.